Good day, everyone. Happy Friday. It is May the 30th, 2025, and all is well, I guess. All might not be well, but we'll say it is anyway. Um, just want to say that after taking a long break from making videos, I come back to doing it, and it seems that all my regular viewers I had before are still there, and still they've come back to watch more videos. So I appreciate all you guys, and I thank you. Keep hitting that like button for me, because YouTube hates me. That is very clear. YouTube is still doing all that shady stuff to me. And I mean, I don't really care because I'm not into this for money. But it would be nice if my videos could get out to as many people as would be fair. And YouTube's not being fair to a lot of people. There's no question about that. And it depends on the title of your video, it seems, most of the time. If it's something the Chinese Communist Party isn't thrilled about, then your video will be downgraded. And I think I'm at the point now where they've just downgraded everything I do. It's terrible. But anyway, thanks for returning, and I'm sorry I took that long break, and yeah, I'm back. So good to see all you, and not see you, but hear from you and get your comments. I very much appreciate all that. So this video is about three things: jealousy, envy, and Tim Pool, who I'm a admirer of for sure. I would call myself a Tim Pool fan. I've watched him grow over the years and quite amazed at what he's accomplished. It's just a skateboarding dude, right? He's just a regular guy, likes to skateboard, plays guitar, writes songs, plays guitar really well actually, and sings really well. He's a good musician. And he's just accomplished so much. He's proof to the world that anybody can do something big, because he's big stuff now. He's nipping at the heels of Joe Rogan for being a big influencer, a big podcaster. Tim, you'll never watch my video, I know, but it's too bad. I wish you would, because I'm about to praise you in a big way. But jealousy and envy, why am I including those in this video about Tim Pool? Well, because that's all I see is people being jealous of him, envious of him, and putting him down constantly. I mean, obviously not everyone, because he has a lot of fans. He's got a big following. I have something to say to all the people who criticize and insult him and say all this stuff. Please show me the last time you got invited to the White House. Please show me the last time Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel had a meeting with you. Okay? What have you accomplished? If you're sitting there just criticizing somebody like Tim Pool, who started from very humble beginnings and just worked his way up until he's big stuff in the world, show me your accomplishments. These comments from people all come from jealousy and envy. That's what does it. You hear the same things about Elon Musk or anybody who's accomplished unbelievable things in the world. Oh, he's just an idiot. He doesn't know anything. And really, really, it's amazing how he's responsible for Starlink and Teslas and all these things, but he's just a dummy. Wow. I wish I was a dummy then. I'd like to be just as stupid as him. That'd be perfect. So Tim Pool gets a lot of hate. And there's another thing about him that really excites me now is he always came off as more of an atheist than anything. But he says he wasn't really. But now he's had a child and he's getting married and everything. I know from experience what that does to change a person. I have two kids, and I was in the delivery room for both of them. I watched them both come into this world. And especially the first time I saw it, whoa. Talk about something just hitting you like a I mean, it took me 3 days to be able to go to sleep after seeing that. It was just, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I'd witnessed and how it changed me. I sat there feeling different about every last thing. And this is what I believe has happened with Tim Pool. But the Trump administration now has decided that the new media, which that's what Tim's part of. I can't stand the mainstream media. That's the enemy of the people, as people call them. That's exactly what they are. The enemy of the people. So the Trump administration coined this term, the new media. And it's podcasters and, people that, like Owen Schroyer on InfoWars and, all these people, Joe Rogan, these are the new media. They have way more followers, way more people watching them than CNN. Way more. CNN cannot compete with people like Joe Rogan or Tim Pool. Good. Good. So they started inviting the new media to the White House for press briefings and stuff. So Tim got in there asking hardball questions, man, hard-hitting stuff. And I'm so impressed. I'm just so impressed. But back to what I was saying a minute ago, his change because of his child being born, that's a big change. So now he is publicly stating, he's definitely not an atheist, he's a believer in some sort of God. He hasn't come to Jesus yet, but I think he's on his way to it. And whether we like it or not, someone like him stating that is going to have a lot of influence on other people. So there will be atheists out there who start to reconsider their position because Tim Pool is openly stating that, right? I've been watching him for years and I've watched him grow. Of course, when he first started, he was a little clumsy sometimes. He made some mistakes. If he's a human being, of course he did. But you can watch these people grow and evolve into something great. In my opinion, he has. And he gets really good guests on. He doesn't just get guests on who trumpet his opinions. He'll bring in leftists. He'll bring in anybody who wants to have a debate. And he'll have a hard-hitting debate with them. And they almost always lose. He's a hard debater. I wouldn't want to debate him if I had an opposing position to something that he has the opposing position as me. Boy, I'd be weary of debating him because he's good. He's good. He does that every day. Says he works 16 hours a day. I'm sure he must because he's got everything. He's got so many irons in the fire. It's unbelievable. Travels all over the world. He gets asked to go to these debates. He gets asked to come to these big meetings, meeting with world leaders sometimes now. Benjamin Netanyahu and him had a meeting. It's like, whoa, that's impressive. So the jealousy and envy. Let's talk about that now. I guess I should have said this video is mostly about Tim Pool. But the jealousy and envy, wow. I've experienced it in my own life, not to the level he does or ever will. When I got to this town, I came here, I hit this town hard. I went all out. I opened a business. I started advertising, and word started going around. I met some people who really helped me, people who had some influence and started spreading the word that this guy is a good guitar teacher. This guy is the guy you want to go to. And I had instant success. And the jealousy, people who'd been trying to do the same thing in this town for a while and had very limited success were mad as hell at me. They were just... And they started trying to sabotage me, sending fake students. People would take lessons from me, and they weren't even actual serious students. They were there to learn what I was doing, to spy on me. And it was unbelievable. The jealousy and the envy and the attacks and everything. So I know what it's all about. I know exactly what that's about. That's the reason 9 times out of 10, people are so nasty. And I have really experienced the nastiness in the last while. The jealousy and envy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not sure with me what people are even jealous of because I haven't got things so good anymore. But they still, it still happens. It still happens. Maybe they don't like that I have a YouTube channel at all because they haven't got the, they're not comfortable enough to get on camera and they wish they were. I don't know. Whatever people get jealous and envious about, it's the worst emotion. Envy is, if you envy somebody, truly envy them, you're going to try to take away what they have. You're going to try to sabotage everything they are. And jealousy, same thing. Envy seems to go on to a new level. When you envy somebody, you generally want to sabotage them. Jealousy, it might get to that. They're very similar things. It's one of the worst sins you can really commit against the Lord. Is to be envious and try to attack somebody because they have something you don't. Maybe the Lord made sure they have that because he feels they deserve it. They're doing his work. Whatever they've done, he approves of, so he gave them success. And you're going to envy it and think that you have a right to take it away? That's a pretty risky proposition. That's a very risky proposition. So humility and admitting when other people are doing something good and being able to praise them. Like, I could sit there and criticize Tim Pool all day. Can I do what he's doing? Obviously not. If I could, I would. I haven't got influence like that. I don't get invited to the White House. They don't even give a shit that I'm alive. But they do give a shit about him and what his opinion is and his influence around the world. When you've got that many followers, that many viewers, you are impacting the world. And if you've gotten yourself to a point like that, and you started with humble beginnings, like just being a skateboarder and starting a little podcast thing, and same with Joe Rogan. He started very small and just became, and now he hangs out with Donald Trump and all these very influential people. Donald Trump being the most influential person in the world, probably. When you're going to UFC fights with him, now I don't like UFC, but when you're going there and hanging out with Donald Trump, you've made it, okay? Say what you want about him. He's there with Donald Trump and all these other famous people, and you're not. So the proof is in the pudding. Say what you like. These people obviously have something going on, and those who criticize usually don't have anything going on. It's all jealous bullshit is what it all is. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Cheers all.